All right, so this is that top tray, and there's two different directions I could go with it. Four different directions, really. I could go like that. I could go like that. I could go like that. Or I could go like that. But here's the decision that I made. I want to be able to see as much of that as possible from the top. And I don't want to take it away by carving into it with these cup holders and the wine stem glass and everything else. You can see there would be nothing left other than this little tiny bit right here, a little bit here, a little bit there. You'd lose all of that. So instead, I'm going to reverse that, take my cutouts out of the plain old stuff anyhow, and then I'll be able to keep that back end back in there. So this is just going to be a ballpark it kind of thing. I'm going to ballpark the squareness of the edges, and then I am going to use a clamp to basically hold it into place. So again, I'm putting the clamp in that Bessie clamp slot on the micro bench, right? I'm going to just put it down just a little bit at first. Okay, so I'm squaring up the edge. Now I've got it. I'm going to maybe move it around until I get it where I want it. Just okay. Again, this edge here is not 90 degree anyhow, the board that I've used, and because I wanted to keep that original cut on there made by some lumberjack 200 years ago. Anyhow, so this is the shape. This is where the remote control, this is where the one charger cable can go. This is where the charger cable can go for the iPhone. This is where my cup holder is going to be, the wine, another cup there. And so we're good to go. So a pencil, once you know it, wore it out. Grab another one from the micro bench. And this is, again, I'm working from a campsite, right? So this is all I'm going to be able to do. Okay, so this is where we're going to start using the stuff that's on the micro bench more. This is a 7/64 hinge bit, which has the outside diameter right here is just a hair under a 1/4 inch. I like it just slightly under. And I'm going to put that in my driver. Okay, now a lot of these are the pegs. These are for the 1/4 inch dowels that are going to hold the iPhone. So by putting that in there, again, gently so I don't move anything around, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm marking it, but I'm also dimpling it. Dimpling is big. You're going to see that on all my stuff, dimples. And the dimples allow for the other bit that's going to go in there to make the final hole without jumping. So these two holes back here, those are for the backside of the the Android device, the 8-inch device. And I've got another hole here. This is going to be in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put a hole in here first. Then I'm going to put a hole in here. So now I have all the holes done except for this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove that so I can get at this one. It would just be one of those things where if I did it again, I'd pay attention. Okay, now what I can do here is I am going to just basically, I'm going to take this off. That's all I can do. Okay, now I've got that going on, right? Now the rest of this is going to be done via different drill bits. This is going to be done, the arches are going to be done with the jigsaw, but once I get in here it might get a little tight, so I might actually start that with a bit. So I'm just going to do a dimple there. Here I want a dimple, and all I'm doing is ballparking where that radius center is. Same thing over here. And then I'm going to do one here. I'm going to do one here. I'm going to do one here. Do one here. Ooh, I jumped on that one. But again, this bit, I could have used just a regular bit there, but this bit prevents the larger bit from going bonkers on you. Okay, so I'm going to cut these with a jigsaw, and for that, I need to stiffen that thing up, right? Otherwise, it's going to be jumping. If you do any jigsaw work, you know that the jigsaw wants to jump, make the wood jump all over the place. So I don't know if I got enough clearance there, but we'll find out in a second. The only other concern that I have is that the bit that I have for the jigsaw, I wished I would have gotten a longer one. I think it's going to go all the way through, but it might not. How about that? Went through. Now I can do it on the other one, and then the other one. A little bit of a tight circle, but I think I can do it because of this, the wood. It's pretty soft. Yep. To avoid the need to use a router, plus I wanted this to be rustic looking, but I want a bevel, basically a chamfer or a round over on there. So I'm just going to go ahead, I put the blade at, I don't know, 45. I'm just freehanding that. So there we go, do the same thing on the rest of them. Okay, so for these other ones, we're going to need to bring out the big guy, the drill press. Helps if I plug it in, huh? I grabbed, I don't know, it's like a 3/8, maybe a 1/2 inch bit, Forstner. You get the idea, right? So I've got the holes that I need to make those slots. They're a little larger than I wanted, but that'll be fine, right? So they're going to look like that when we're done. I've got a couple more holes. Let's see, those are for pencils. So those I'm going to use a smaller bit on. But okay, so for this guy, I need to cut across here with the jigsaw, here, 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 and here, and make those ovals. And then I need to cut that out, but I need to get my blade through, so I'm just going to go ahead and make, I didn't need those dimples in there after all. I can just run it a regular Forstner through there at one of the edges, and I'll be able to pick that up with the jigsaw from there. And then I might as well do it down here because there's a little tight of a corner there. All right, so all of the slots are in there, the wine, the big cup, the small cup, and holes for the, what you call it. So all you have left is the 1/4-inch holes for the peg. So I'm going to switch the, if I have a 1/4-inch bit, I'm going to switch over the drill press. Okay, going through my bits here, I do not have a 1/4-inch bit, believe it or not. But again, okay, so 17/64 with a drill press, holding it by hand, right? Let's just see how one of those works with a 1/4-inch dowel. It's actually pretty sloppy, but what's going to happen is when I put the varnish on here, that's going to actually fill that. It's going to start to fill that void, and I think that'll work out pretty well. In fact, I can go ahead and when I, maybe not the first coat, but the second coat, I could actually put the pins in, varnish with that, and then they're going to stay in there anyhow, and that'll just hold them in nice and straight. So these also need to be the longer pins, but otherwise I'm all set to go on that.